from Austin. Apologize, the audio is going to be terrible. I don't have a mic, and I'm recording on my phone. So someday we'll get a proper mic camera. This is my first video on YouTube. Been watching YouTube for a long time. Decided I should have a YouTube channel. So here we go. This is video number 1. Definitely amateur. As you can see, I spilled water on myself right before I decided to start filming. So it's nice. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as content. Just a little bit of whatever kind of catches my fancy. Projects and things I have going on, anywhere from an old riding lawnmower to work on the house, to around the yard, to I don't know what all. But we're just gonna do a video. It's gonna be fun. We're all gonna have a great time. So today's project we're gonna get started with here is a 1990 something Craftsman 2. I believe it's a GT6000. It's a Kohler Magnum. It's got a 19.5 horse Kohler V-twin in it, 46-inch mowing deck. I know nothing about this. Got a couple acres that need to be mowed, and just moved in here. As you can see, the shop is completely barren. So I need to get something to start mowing. It's spring, and everything just turned green, and we need to mow. So I did the right thing, and I bought the first $100 riding lawnmower I could find on Facebook. And so here we go. I didn't get any video or pictures of me loading this thing up. It's using the old, ratchet strap, 2 ratchet strap method to drag it up into the back of my truck, and then getting it out of the truck onto the ground, and getting the tires off, and then putting it up on these stands here would have all made wonderfully great content, but I didn't because amateur. So let's walk around. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Paid $100 for it. Figured it's cheap enough that if the engine's garbage, still pick up a nice Harbor Freight engine for it, get it put in there, get this bad boy back to work, and still be in a pretty decent price point there. The other reason why I wanted one of these, it's old. It's an old riding lawnmower. It's very heavy, very, very heavy. It's robust. It's very robust. The newer riding lawnmowers just are not anywhere nearly as robust as these old ones are. It's got a cast iron solid front axle, for crying out loud. It's even if the things are wrong with it, I feel like it's worth putting the money into it to keep this old girl rocking and rolling. Also, I don't know, and I need you to tell me what you think, but I'm kind of thinking the gray and the black paint scheme is pretty boring. I think we should jazz it up a little. Maybe, orange and white. I don't know. Maybe just, make it fun. A little cup holder with a little, doodabber there. It's, sipping on, nice cold beverage while you're mowing the lawn on your Saturday morning. I don't know. But let me get you over here so you can take a look and see what we got going on with this bad boy. Okay, so as we can see here, it did come with some tires. The bottom tire here actually looks brand spanking new, and it's holding air. The other rear tire, pretty dry rotted. It's obviously not anywhere nearly as new. And these guys, they'll probably hold air. It'll be fine. It's got the 46-inch deck here, which surprisingly, it's got all the belts. And when I did flip it over, the mower blades look to be brand and spanking new. This thing also weighs a ton. Look at those bad boys. They still have the stickers on them. So that's, you know, good news. The lady I bought it from, she did tell me that she was running it and driving it and using it, and it quit working one day, and she had somebody come take a look at it and told her what was wrong with it, but she didn't remember what that was. So let's just start. We'll start right here. Blocking the light. Perfect. Amateur mistake number 47. Okay, so we do have the ignition switch with a key that I can't take out. That's fine. Throttle, that moves, that works. Choke, sure. Light switch, ooh. Mower deck adjustment, height adjustment. We've got a 6-speed, and I believe it goes into all the gears. We have our sweet little park brake lever. It's working. The actual brakes and clutch mechanisms all feel pretty solid. The metal, the sheet metal on this one, that's what really sold me on this one when I decided to go ahead and buy it. The sheet metal is practically perfect. We've got a couple little whiskey dents right there. But this entire rear fender here, which is very heavy gauge metal, is in perfect condition. The hood, I mean, look at that guy. It is straight, clean, no dings or dents. There's a little, right there, just a little boo-boo. Obviously the plastic did not survive or fare quite so well. The old Cyclops. So, you know, mean looking at you, sure. But all the things appear to be doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. The steering steers, that goes up and down, and you can actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the height adjustment is actually working appropriately. It obviously is going to need quite a bit of TLC. It's a little rough around the edges, but I think we can get it to run. I think we can get it to work, and I think we can go mow some grass with it. Okay, so we got the hood off. The hood latches, hinge mechanisms on there, it needs some serious help. We're gonna have to rebuild, engineer, and create something quite a bit more robust than its current configuration. But looking underneath here, we've got everything. Everything's here. We've got a battery, we've got a fuel filter, we've got air filter cleaner, that's all attached there. We do have this spark plug. I did pull this bad boy off, and as you can see, that is quite crusty. We're gonna go ahead and say that one doesn't work. It's got a spin-on filter, which is pretty nice. Right here, what are we looking at? Looks like she is right to the full mark. Smells like a lot of gas. So definitely attempted to get the thing to start, and it wouldn't. So that tells me engine issue. If they parked it for some other reason, they weren't really necessarily having issues with the engine, that would lead me to believe that there'd be something more catastrophic with it smelling like pure gasoline. That tells me they were cranking on it, starting fluid, the whole 9 yards, and they couldn't get the thing to run. I do see a lot of crusties going on in here, so we're gonna bet the carburetor's garbage. Really hope the starter still works. That would be nice. Oh, here's another cool thing I found. This negative cable is Very crusty. It's definitely seen a lot better days. It just, you know, the goodness just continues on. That's gonna get replaced. But let's just, let's see if we get the engine to turn over. Let's see if we can get some spark out of it. Let's just see what the carburetor looks like. Probably just go ahead and yank that off there and just see what do we got going on with this bad boy. What are we looking at? And yeah. Let's see. How does the old carbonator look? Oof, it smells like straight up gasoline. Oh, we got a electrical terminal. Right. We come over here and take a look. What is this? Ah, it's a washer. Yep, apparently I've been working on this one. Alrighty then. So we got a part number there. Kohler. Pretty dang good shape. Screwdriver, of course. Screwdrivers. Who needs one of them? We got this screwdriver. Automatic screwdrivers. I honestly don't understand exactly what I'm looking at here. Oh, there's literally a piece of a pencil. Okay. That's the crankcase breather tube. So, does that mean she's got so much blow by that she's choking out the engine? Probably. That's good. We got some kind of, I don't understand. I don't know if that's factory or not. I kind of feel like this. It's got, I don't. It's not right. That's what I'm saying. We'll save on the thing, I suppose. Sure. What? Oh, there's a little fuel pump. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's the fuel lines right there. Yeah, okay. There's the choke cable. One that. It's all that stuff. Well, nothing all WD-40 can't fix. Let's take the spark plugs out. We're looking everything over. We're just gonna. What are we dealing with here? Those are some spark plugs. Mm-hmm. Yep. very, very fouled. Even more fouled. That one's just thick, thick. Okay. I kind of want to just take the carburetor off. Just take it right off. Just don't even. Yep. I don't even know if the engine turns over yet. We'll probably check that first. Doofuses. Let me go grab a pry bar. Oh, it moved. Shouldn't be prying on that. That will break. It's just plastic. But it did, you know, she moved. So that's a good sign. The engine's probably not locked up. So let's take these, definitely get some spark plugs tomorrow. Let's get this guy off. Is there all one piece? I don't know. They could be. Caught on everything. That's fine. There we go. There we go. All right. I don't think this is supposed to have this very expertly crafted bend to it. I don't know. But, that definitely needs to be cleaned. So she smokes a little bit. So it's very possible this guy right here, which does the sparkles, could be failed. It's probably very likely, and that's probably why it doesn't run. At this point in time, the carburetor being old and very flooded as it is going to need to be rebuilt, repaired, replaced, for sure. But everything moves freely. And it's probably just some electronic components that need to be replaced. Probably, you know, things like the wiring harness it's only like 30 years old. It's fine. I mean, I don't know. We'll check it. We'll see. The wiring harness might be fine. But you know, what are you? Oh, that's a charge controller. AC, be positive. I'm gonna go ahead and say that probably charges the engine. Well, let's get this thing apart. Carefully. Yep, that is a rectifier. Yep, absolutely. So you can tell this is a rectifier by the way that it is. So dual AC input with a single DC output. Very cool, very cool. It's probably fine. Those are solid state, they don't really. I like the funnel. Kind of almost looks like a bucket. Did somebody put a bucket? Is that factory? I don't think that's factory. I don't know. I've never had one of these before. Well, that's good. Yep. That back now. That's fine. I moved it. Piece of pencil in the drawer. No, I don't. There you go. Can I reach? Yeah. Through the metal. Now you can see what I'm doing. Well, that just snapped in half. That's fine. Didn't really need that, did we? Nope. Okay, so how? Oh, you got all these little. I say all. There's two. Oh, you can't even reach it. Well, that's fun. Let's take the battery. Just because it's this negative cable is just really it's hilarious. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if your battery cable looks like that, just change it. It's obviously served its purpose for as long as it could. Just, do it a favor. Change it. Yep. The battery may come back around. Probably not, but it could. There's been more interesting things that have happened. So this is definitely the wrong bolt. Took a bolt, added a nut to it to make it the right length. It's ingenuity at its finest. This one, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 7 years, 7-year-old battery. And who knows how old the battery was when it died, running. The battery could have been 3 or 4 years old, probably was. I definitely had some battery leakage in the past, but it looks like all the wires in here survived pretty well. As you can see, I don't see any bare wires. These all look pretty good, but as you can see, we do have some appears to be some battery acid corrosion kind of going on back here. Let me get you in here so you can see. Not the end of the world. Battery tray looks to be nice and pretty strong. Alrighty then, let's see if we can get, I want to take this off. I feel like that's glued on, and it's like a homemade bucket. And yes, Bob, I see you in the back. I hear you yelling. That's not factory. Okay, I hear you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. All right, let's need you to come out. There we go. Okay. Yep. Okay, so. Oh, she just turns over by hand. Yeah. Oh, what's up? It's not her later, so we just might be getting in. Let's take a note of that, shouldn't we? Because oh. Fine. It was blowing right out of the carburetor. You feel it. I spun it around by hand a handful of times, and it seems to have it says the air gap right on it. 10 thou air gap. Wow, that's a tight air gap. Okay. The air gap looks to be okay. I'm not going to get enough of that. Now this is going to be your coil, your ground for the coil. That's your white wire running down here. Okay, which comes down to this wire. Here, I thought these were. Is that, where's the charging coils? Yeah, that's going to be these guys under here. There's charge coils. Those are going to be the guys that go to here. See, we have a purple wire and a white wire. Okay, purple wire, white wire. We go back that way. So, if we want to check and see we got spark, we'll just simply disconnect the ground. simply disconnect the ground from the coil there. And then that way when we spin it over, which I don't think I'll be able to spin it by hand. Fast enough to get it to. That's implying that the spark plug wires are okay and the coils okay and the spark plugs are okay. Okay, so you're not even touching. Where are you not? Okay. No. No. It's got the flathead design, so the valves are inside, running on a central camshaft. Little doodabbers and doohickeys. It seems to be fairly everything seems to be there doing the things. Now, obviously, the carburetor is it's definitely a culprit, or I should say, it's definitely suspect. It's pretty dirty. I mean, the outside is this dirty. The other thing that is slightly concerning, there is a fair amount of crankcase fumage. But we're building compression in both the cylinders. That may go away. The rings, you know, she might be a little coked up. We might be able to get that to go away as we run it, get it to kind of warm up and do its thing. Carburetor. It's probably doing carburetor-ish thing. It's just pretty filthy. There's the old governor. The butterfly is moving very freely. There's the choke there, which I believe, yep, she needs a little. I think we can make this thing run. I think we can make it run, and I think we can make it mow grass. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I think we can do that. Okay, we're just working on getting the carburetor off. Got the linkage off here, and choke cables off. Got her unbolted, and we're going to go ahead and take that off. Wow, that is so clean. Holy cow. I'm making it dirty just by looking at it. This is crazy. You gotta come take a look at this. Look at the inside of that intake. That's so clean. I mean, it's like brand and spanking new. Well, I guess that's good. So now we're just gonna go ahead and pull this carburetor off. That hose. Very crusty. That's interesting. Okay, because it goes up to right here. There must be a pump right there. That's kind of cool. Hopefully the pump works. It could be anything. I don't know. It could be the pump's not pumping. And I mean, look how clean that is. It's just outside. Inside. It's wild. I wouldn't have expected that. Well, let's pull the bowl. What do I got here? 13. It's not, definitely not 13. It was a 13. It was a 13. It's large for a carburetor bowl. Oof. That's really stuck on there. Really well. Oop, there she goes. Look at that, there's still gas in there. It smells so good right now. You can't even, it's like the best gasoline ever. That's really, really clean. They definitely were probably using non-ethanol. That actually doesn't smell half bad. That O-ring's not even. Should we just seal it up? Should we just seal it up, put the carburetor back on, put some fresh fuel to it, get a battery in there, disconnect the coil ground, and just start, just see if it'll start. What do you bet? Something dumb. It's something very dumb that is the reason why this thing isn't running. I'm gonna put money on the seat switch. You know, where if you're not sitting in the seat, either that, or there's I believe there's a switch for when you have to put the machine and have the brake applied for it to start. And I would put money on it being either that switch for the brake or for the seat, and you could bypass either one of those. And see if this thing runs. That would be quite, well, if you would go on there, I think that'd be very entertaining if it was something like that. What we can do is we can leave this disconnected here for the coil, so the coil will fire, and then see if it runs. If it does, then we'll reconnect the coil wire. See if it doesn't run, then we'll go and start eliminating individual switches until we find the switch that causes it to not run. And then replace the switch. And then, you know, have a running, driving lawnmower for $100. That would be cool. That would be swell. Then we enter into lawnmower races and, you know, mow grass by night, race by day, mow grass by night. Okay, you feel very still. So there's the high idle screw. We do have an air screw, we got high idle screw. We definitely need some brake clean. But I am quite literally going to, we're just gonna put some fuel to this bad dude. We're gonna put some fuel to it, get a battery going. We're trying to see if I can get the old battery charged. See if we can't use that battery, because batteries are, it's the value power 75. You know. Okay. I don't know where you get a value power battery. That's what I'm saying. The ignition switch is just been twisting for a while. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. We'll show you. So if you come up here, take a look. It's being held in by baling wire. You know, when you try to turn the key, it just kind of, the whole thing turns, and you see the wires usually are not twisted like that. That means this thing's been twisted over and over and over. You know, you can buy these switches for like $12. You know, you don't even have to get the Amazon one. You can literally buy it from Sears for like $12. Like, just need a toggle switch. Okay, well, we tinkered around with it a little bit for tonight. I gotta get, you know, dinner and bed and things. But I do think we've got a solid chance of this thing being a runner. I honestly think we're probably gonna have an electrical issue with this machine, just simply for the fact that the fuel filter looks clean, the gas lines are crispy. We're gonna go and replace on them. Take those with me to work tomorrow, and I'll grab some new fuel line for it, new fuel filter. I do want to go ahead and take this. I want to get it to run. I just want to get the thing to start and run just right off the bat first. And it's very simple. It's just that one wire. You just pull that off the coil. The coil can't be grounded out, but then it's not controlled by the ignition switch. It's not controlled by anything here. And you just see if it runs, and if it does, then you can just ground the coil out and shut the engine on. And then when we know, okay, hey, the engine runs, the coils work, the spark plugs work, all the things work, we're good. Then at that point in time, we can start tracing our way through the wiring harness and figure out what switch or sensor. It could be the ignition switch is bad. It could be the seat sensor here. Present sensor is bad. It could be the park brake, park sensor. So you gotta have the foot on the park brake when you go to start it. It could be any one of those. One of the safety switches that could be bad, and that could be what's preventing it from running. And if you don't know that, and you sit there and you mess with it, and spray it with starting fluid and pour gasoline down its yeah 47 times, and then it still doesn't start. And eventually you go, well, and you're gonna let it sit. So we're gonna go get tomorrow. We're gonna get some spark plugs for this bad boy. 2 new spark plugs. Fuel line, fuel hose. I'm gonna get a fuel, a little bit of gas for it. It's probably just running off the bottle for now. So we can get the rest of the tin off of this bad boy and dig through the fuel tank and replace the lines all the way fore and aft. And we're going to tear this sucker down, clean it real well, inside and out, top and bottom, and then paint and put it all back together, make it look like a fairly respectable lawnmower again. That's the goal. Replace all the little switches and put the correct ammeter in, and see what we can't do, you know, new belts and grease, and probably just tear the tires up for now and see if it runs, and if we need to in the future we can replace tires, but you know, just make it work, make it run, and go mow some grass. So yeah, I think we'll see you tomorrow. Spark plugs, fuel line, fuel filter, some gas, and probably a new battery. Let's be honest with you, we're not gonna mess with that one. And then we'll see what that does for it. Also a ground cable. We're gonna get a new one of them too. See you guys tomorrow afternoon.